The Python Mk2 is the first brand new ship in Elite Dangerous for over 5 years. Unfortunately, it's not going to be available to use until around about August, but it is going to be available from the Elite Dangerous cash shop from the 7th of May. Now, Frontier have sent over a copy to me as a part of the Elite Dangerous partner program, so we can have a look at this right now. We're going to have a look at how this whole pay-to-play versions of ships actually works and how you deploy them into the game. So this right here is the Python Mk2. It's actually a very nice looking ship, and it reminds me more than a little of the Dark Star from Top Gun Maverick. And that's not just in appearance, there is other reasons. Mainly it moves very, very fast indeed. We'll see that a little bit further into the video. In terms of outfitted modules, this version of the ship has pretty much what you'd expect to see from any freshly purchased ship from a space station. In other words, very basic modules, and many of them also are missing. You can see no utility mounts there, for example, and a lot of D and E rated modules here, a few C ones as well. Perhaps more interestingly, this has a new frameshift drive fitted to it, which has the latest Supercruise overcharge feature. That's something we'll have a look at in just a moment. Before that though, how do these ship for cash versions actually work? Well, in the shipyard you can see that ships that have been purchased from the ARC store actually have a different icon next to them, that little yellow shopping bag. They also have some different text on the menu option there saying ready to deploy. So if we choose that, it takes us to our cash purchased ship, and you can see this version of the Python Mk2 is not the basic one. Instead, it comes with a paint job, a rather nice looking one at that, as well as a ship kit. It also comes with a range of different modules, which we'll have a look at in a moment. A note on the price in here, the Python Mk2 Standard Edition, that's the black version without the extra modules we saw just now, are priced at 16,250 ARCs. Meanwhile, this other version of the Python, it's called the Python Mk2 Stellar Edition, is 33,000 ARCs. That's well, very pricey in my personal opinion. For your reference, here is the price of ARCs packages on the screen. To make use of it then, we need to select the Deploy Pre-Built Ship option. Once you've deployed it, it will then be available in your shipyard to actually select and switch to. We can see we've got a couple more here as well. Now, whilst we're on this screen, it's also worth taking a look at a few little notes here. This note in particular says, this is a pre-built ship. It can be sold to recover the credits from modules you have purchased after deploying it. In other words, you don't get any money, any credits for selling the ship or for the modules that come with it. Pre-built ships can be redeployed at a shipyard. The other note worth taking a look at is this one. It says one version of this pre-built ship can be active at a time. It can be redeployed for free if lost or sold. In other words, if you lose this ship in the game, you won't have to pay credits to get it back. There's no insurance cost for this. It's entirely free to replace. So obviously that substantially reduces any of the risks associated with using this ship. And to be perfectly clear on this, that's a feature that is only available for ships purchased from the cash shop. So once a ship is deployed, you can use it in exactly the way you would a normal ship. Just select use this ship and you will load directly into it. Here's a very quick look at that really nice paint job as well as the ship kit that is outfitted to it. So yeah, pretty nice. We get round to the front there and then we'll have a look at the modules that are inside this ship, because they're actually very different to the version that I showed you a minute ago. In terms of modules then, this ship comes pre-fitted with a whole range of different modules. Now, these aren't engineered, but they are pretty much some of the highest class modules you can buy for the ship in terms of credits. So that will save you substantially time in terms of going around and finding these modules, as well as the credits to actually fit them to your ship. And again, you'll have noticed that the utility mounts on the black version of this ship are empty, whereas this one is completely outfitted with a whole range of shield boosters. Reasonably decent selection of weapons here as well. Every slot is outfitted with one, and the optional modules are also pretty good. So some versions of the pre-built ships, such as the Alliance Chieftain, do come with some basic engineered modules or some basic modules that actually require a bit of time to unlock. They're included by default. This one though includes the Supercruise overcharge drive, so let's go have a look at that. We'll get the ship outside and into Supercruise. Now, this module has been in the game for a few weeks at this point, and many of you will have probably either have seen it or used it yourself, but I'm sure there's a lot of you that haven't even heard of it, so I'm going to show you exactly how that works. get yourself into Supercruise and then simply press the boost button. That's the boost button used to use the boosters when you're in regular flying mode. So you can see at the moment we're flying at roughly 7 times the speed of light, 7c, and I'm just about to activate the Supercruise overcharge right now. Let's accelerate up a little bit, get a little bit faster, and we're about to go. You'll see instantly we accelerate up to massive speeds, and very quickly as well. Also, as you can see, it's very easy to overshoot your targets, and of course moving at these speeds makes it very slow to turn. Supercruise Overcharge then is a very nice module indeed, because it overcomes one of the big problems with Elite Dangerous, that is the very slow speeds escaping from gravity well. Look how fast we got away from that. It also means that you'll be able to travel across those really large distances in the massive star system, so a nice touch there. That then is a brief look at the Python Mk2, as well as how ships for cash are actually going to work inside Elite Dangerous, and of course the brief look at the Supercruise Overcharge as well. So thanks for watching this video. There should be another one on the screen right here if you want to watch that. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time, and take care.